My name is Noritoshi Hirakawa. I'm an artist living in New York almost 20 years, and I'm also the originator of Today's the Day. For a long time, I was thinking of how I can benefit to the world, but at the same time, I was received some message that we are now on the time to move on, creating a new vision. This moment, because more and more people becoming aware. So there is the one, let's say quite amount of people becoming aware of the structure or this change, and at the same time, right moment we're already moving on. Every second we're living right now, many things are changing. There's no life never stuck and then a whole in the same situation. Always changing and moving on, and already the things started moving on to different directions quite a time. So now I think it's one of the reasons it's very good for now, because quite a amount of people are very much aware now to start on, we are starting on like a marathon, and then we are starting on the starting point. We're about to run, and then many people are waiting. Someone make the whistle. Let's run to the particular direction of the future, and then many people expecting someone who makes whistle. I think today's the day is the one who make whistle for the people who are waiting and the moment to come. I encountered many people in the last few years, which I never thought of meeting. So I I was traveling in the desert in New Mexico, or I was in the airplane, somewhere between New York to like France or Germany, or I'm more heading for Asia, and also met many people by chance, talking to the people next to me in the cafe or restaurant. Also the lecture at the school, different university and so on. Then many students came to me and talking to me, and they found out there are some sort of corrective thoughts are arising now between different countries, different ages, different background, different education. However, we have a very similar consciousness coming up to trying to create the world which is very much we are expecting. And then I saw I have the role, something to combine these people's consciousness, collective consciousness, to be more clear for effect on the people in the majority in the world. And today's the day, this foundation is supposed to be the one who initiate this, but it's not the one to direct it. This is the one to support and contribute, and then to help. Well, art was created based on the free will, human autonomy, and human autonomy was only maybe the place we can make the best action out of the nature, with considering the nature of humans. And at the same time, art was created to be a medium between the nature of the world and then our life on the earth. So art has tremendous effect on humans, because art itself has its very influential power for our mind, also consciousness. And then we are making this solidarity, which is very much clear that we are directions, or we are nature, where we're heading for, or consciousness, how we are moving on, makes more clear. And this combination of different artists with understanding the fundamental structure of the world nature, and that makes more people to aware. And today's the day makes this maybe let's say function or this future to the people in the world. And this was the reason I thought it's very necessary to combine all these different creators, artists, to be together. Fukushima, like the nuclear plant incident, Fukushima Daiichi incident, create us to be more aware. What is the maybe the destiny of this past 1,000 years of us heading for? Because the technology were created on the assumption that this doesn't go to the better way, and this makes us, or this is a very important wake-up call to reconsider the world, how we're living now, also how we can do out of this. And that is very positive also sign. At the same time, we have some negative effect on this, but this tends to be a great opportunity for every human to make the better future. And what is the meaning of best future is what is the best way to see the world, and how we can see how we can elevate the consciousness. And consciousness is a very big part of this, because consciousness is the one who make the world to see how we are living, how we are living with other people, how we're living with nature, how we're living with all this matter of the world. And consciousness is key also. This is the window for the unconsciousness. Unconsciousness is the one who are dealing with more wealthy, more richer, more meaningful realities there. And we have to be open more the consciousness to invite unconsciousness, which is very much full of happiness, full of prosperity, full of joy, pleasures there. And I think we had been living so many years, living under the repressions of or restricting ourselves, that we have to be based on the fear. And we are now metamorphosis, changing this time to go to fly in the air. So Teragoya is one of the very interesting, phenomena in the medieval age in Japan. Like starting 13th, 14th century. Many farmers or people who are freeder, means they don't have a job, or someone who are not on the part of the system society in the hierarchy of the positions. These people themselves motivated to study. So they gathered together in the temple, and the master of the Buddhist temple, they started to have their knowledge to give, or their culture, practice, like making choreography or readings and so on. Like each temple had a different people, sort of the different kind of very different variation of people. They gathered in each temple. They have own method of teaching, like philosophy, religions, and all this martial arts and a different thing. So anyways, that was the Teragoya. This was not made by the institution, means the government or all these people. They don't think about it. Only the alternatively they come up and gather, and then this Teragoya started. And then end of Edo period, which is like 18th century, in Tokyo, even in Tokyo, over 1,000 Teragoya exist. And this is the base of this education system. It's not really a system. This was made as a nature of human. They have infatuation or idea to learn about the world with the way they like. And that's the way the Teragoya had been established, the way they like. And this makes completely change the view of the world. Actually, many people knew and so many things, and they created so many things out of it. That's the Teragoya, but no one didn't initiate it, government didn't initiate it. It was coming from people's collective thoughts, created Teragoya. One of the things that TodayIsTheDay is a foundation which have a place to establish or established in Hiroshima in Japan. But however, today's the day, the foundation, the activities can be created anywhere in the world, not only Hiroshima. This was a basic idea, because peoples have a consciousness of having some idea, inspiration, and today's day can associate to help doing this. So they have a network of all the world, not only one place to the other, to here and there. Hiroshima can be New York, New York can be Miami or Rio de Janeiro, or Johannesburg, or can be Moscow or Beijing. It can be New Delhi or anywhere. And this is the one of the reality of our consciousness or mind can create the thing if they are willing to. So today's day is helping this reality of the human's existence. We're completely free from people's or maybe common sense view of the world. We restrict ourselves. The world is limited. We are separate. Every countries they have a different way of looking at the world. It's not true. Every individual have their own way of looking at the world, and some of the individual they have the sharing the view of the world. They can combine together in each different places, but they can network it. And this is a very big part of these activities, and this is one of the things. So the Hirakawa is a very good example, because Hirakawa was not only exist in one city, it spread all over Japan, and they don't have any way to control, but at the same time they come up, reflecting the nature, like the plants growing because of the sun, coming, radiating the energy to the plants, and the grown up, as following the order, like a law of the nature. And this is the same way. I think this today's day is growing up, and that is my. That is what I'm feeling right now, more than thinking, because this is coming up right now. So that up to now, many members step in without forcing anything. This is the one coming up as nature, as a way supposed to happen.